everyone, it's Nicole here, the Harmonious Hippy. Today's video I am very excited about. This is going to be a yoga for kids or a kids yoga video. So if you have any kids in your life, grab them, bring them to the iPad, and let them practice some yoga today. You can practice with them, they can practice by themselves. And it's open to all ages, so even if some grown-ups want to do this practice, then please go ahead and do so. It'll just be a flow, and I'm very excited. So all we need today is our yoga mat. If we have any pillows that we can bring with us, I've got some blocks with me. So maybe if you have anything that your kids can use to assist them in their practice, but it's not needed. So go ahead and gather your things, gather your kids, and let's have some fun. Okay, everyone, so nice to see you here. Let's get started with sitting down on a pillow. So if you have a pillow, maybe you can take the pillow from your bed, ask your parents, maybe you can use one of the pillows from your couch, and just kind of sitting down onto a pillow just so it's nice and comfy under your bum. I've got a little squishy thing here to help me with a little boo-boo that I have on my ankle, so you can have something like that too if you want, but this is just to help my foot because my foot hurts a little bit. So come sitting down on something nice and squishy and comfy. We're gonna sit with our legs crossed, so if you can cross your ankles over, if you want to sit with your legs long out in front of you, you can sit like that as well. Just coming to a spot that's comfortable. We're gonna sit down and we're gonna play a quick little game here. So you can put your hands wherever you want, wherever that's comfortable. You can put them on your legs, you can hold them in your lap if you'd like, whatever feels good for you. And we're gonna close our eyes here. Now, if you feel weird closing your eyes, you don't have to. You can always just stare at something on the floor, but try not to look around. So we're gonna play the quiet game. So in this game, we're gonna see how long we can sit quiet for. And there is another part to this. So we're gonna close our eyes and just get comfy here and start to get quiet. So you can do this game by yourself. You can play this game every day if you want. And it's really good for when you're feeling a little too excited. Maybe you're feeling really silly and you want to sit down and get a little still, a little bit quiet. Maybe you're feeling a little too much and you don't like it, it doesn't feel good. It's really nice to just go somewhere by yourself. Maybe if you're feeling angry, then you can go and sit down by yourself and just get quiet for a little bit and it'll feel really, really nice. So just sitting down, getting quiet, and try and breathe in and out through only your nose. See if you can do that. So not breathing through your mouth, just breathing through your nose. See if maybe it's really loud, maybe it's really quiet, and you can barely hear your breath. Good job. Now we're gonna try something kind of weird, but try it with me, you guys. We're gonna see what it feels like to breathe through each nose hole. I know it sounds weird, but let's try it. See if you can do it. So we're gonna use our hand so that we can plug our nostrils and breathe through only one nose hole. So see if you can do it. Try it. So we're gonna plug one side, just hold one side closed, and try and breathe in through this only one side. So breathe in, and then let go of the nostril you were holding, plug the other nose hole, and breathe out of this other side now. Maybe you might have snotted a little, just wipe that off. Maybe grab a Kleenex. We're gonna try it again. So plug one nose hole and breathe in. Does that feel weird? Let's plug that one and breathe out. Are yours making weird noises? Because mine are. So inhaling And then plug that nose hole, let go of the other one, and breathe out of the other nose hole. Let's try it again. See if you can do it with your eyes closed. So plugging one nose hole and breathing in. Plugging the other nose hole and breathing out. Breathing in. Plugging one nose hole and breathing out the other one. Breathing in. Plug your other nose hole and breathe out. Let go of your nose holes and take a deep breath in through the nose. And then we're going to open our mouth and make a sound here. Almost like you're a lion or something and you're trying to whisper your roar. So let's try that again. Breathe in through the nose and bring up your claws and once more, deep inhale in through the nose, breathe in. Exhale like a lion. Good job. So just closing your eyes and getting really quiet again. Breathing in through your nose and out through your nose. Now let's try something new. Try to count your breaths and see if you can make it to 10 without getting distracted, without thinking of something else or making a sound. So when you breathe in, that's 1. When you breathe out, that's 2. And count all the way up to 10, okay? Let's try it together. Closing your eyes, inhale 1. Exhale 2. Inhale 3. Breathe out 4. Breathe in 5. Breathe out 6. Breathe in 7. Breathe out 8. Breathe in 9. Breathe out 10. Great job, you guys. Again, if you're ever feeling like you've got the sillies, maybe you're feeling a little mad, maybe you're feeling a little sad and you just want to sit by yourself for a little while, go sit somewhere comfy, go sit in your bed, find a blanket to sit on, a pillow, and just close your eyes and try breathing in and out, counting to 10, and see if you can do it. So now, we are going to take away our pillows that we're sitting on, and we're gonna roll over. Uh-oh, you guys, I've got to sneeze. Is it gonna come out? Ooh, bless me, goodness. Sometimes breathing through your nose makes you sneeze. Now, we're gonna come into a table position. So think of what a table looks like. So we're gonna come onto our hands and our knees here, and we're gonna stretch out our spine. Now this is called a cat-cow. Now let me show you why it's a cow. Think of what a cow looks like. They've got those big udders where the milk comes out of right on their tummies, right? So we wanna look like a cow. So when we breathe in, we're gonna drop our tummies down and stick our bums up in the air so that we look like a cow. We've got our tummy hanging down, and we're gonna breathe in here, fill up the tummy with your air. See how big you can make your tummy. Again, breathe in through your nose holes, and then when we breathe out, we're gonna come into an angry cat. Now, what does an angry cat look like? They hiss, right? They go, so stick your back up like you're a mad kitty and hiss your air out. And let go of all that air. Squeeze your tummy, get all of your air out. And then breathe in, and you're a cow again. Let that air fill up your whole belly. And then exhale, hiss. Inhale, drop your belly down, breathe in. Let your whole belly fill up, and then breathe out and squeeze all that air out. Let's do one more. Breathe in, drop your belly, and exhale, angry cat. And now we're coming back and we're a table. So we are going to come into our dog pose. If you guys have a puppy, you are so lucky. I waited until I was 11 years old to get a dog, and I wanted one my whole life. My dog's name was Sasha. So we are going to come into our dog pose. So we're here looking like a table. We want to stick our toes underneath us, and we're going to start to stick our bum up high in the air. So lifting your bum, and you're an upside down triangle. This is your doggy pose. Now we're gonna wag our tails. So shaking your dog tail back and forth. Does that feel nice? If anything doesn't feel nice through this practice, you guys, you don't have to do it. So just do things that feel good. Now, what does a dog do when it has to go pee? It lifts up its leg, right? So we're gonna do the same thing. Just like a dog that has to pee, we're gonna lift up our leg. There we go, hold your balance. It might be hard to balance here. And then put your leg back down. Now you wanna pee, but you wanna pee on a tree that's all the way over to the other side. So let's lift up our other leg. Pee on that tree. Don't pee in real life, you guys. That's gonna make a mess. So now we're gonna take our hands and we're gonna walk our hands back towards our feet, just like we're an inchworm. Let's bend our knees here and see if you can hold your whole top of your body on your knees. On your legs, you wanna be nice and comfy, and let's let our arms just hang here, just like a rag doll. So if you wanna rock from side to side and swing your arms, does that feel like you're stretching in your legs? Let your head hang, and then we're gonna roll up just like a rag doll, really slowly. And roll your shoulders back. Now we're standing. What should we do? Let's try a tree pose. So in this pose, you're gonna have to have some good balance, okay, you guys? So we're gonna stand on one leg and start to lift up the other one. Let's bring it into the side of the foot. So here we are just like a tree, right? We just are really nice and tall, grow up nice and tall like you're a branch. Now we're gonna try to balance. See if you can balance here. The only thing you have to promise me in this pose is that you will not put your foot on your knee. So we have to be very careful with our knees, you guys, so that we can stay safe and still be able to run around. So no foot on your knee. So make sure you put it under your knee or above your knee, okay? So no knees, that's the only rule. Otherwise, you can just make whatever tree you want. Think of a tree you really like. Maybe you're a palm tree. Maybe you're just a big green tree. See what you like. What is your favorite tree? Maybe you like a pine tree, a Christmas tree. You decide what tree you want to be. So we're gonna lift up our foot so you can put your foot under your knee. If you want to try and put your foot above your knee, you can reach down and grab your foot. Maybe you fell down, that's okay. You just come back and try again. So it's easier if you find a fun painting, or maybe there's a pillow on your couch in front of you. Find something that you can look at and don't look anywhere else. That'll help you balance. So stare at that thing. It's not moving, it's not your cat. Your cat's gonna run away. You have to stare at the pillow, something that's not gonna move. So stare at your thing, and then you can try to lift your foot up and press it into your leg. Did you get your foot up? If you have your foot up, good job. If you don't, just keep trying. Some days I can get my foot up, some days I can't. It's different every day, doesn't matter. See where you can do it. And then if you want, think of the tree that you want it to be and put your arms out. Are you a Christmas tree? Maybe you're a palm tree. Maybe you're a big, tall tree. See what you can do. Maybe you'll fall over, that's okay. It's just fun. Here, I look like I might fall down. And if you're nice and strong here in your tree, maybe you want to try and see if there's some wind. Whoa, wave your branches in the air, and then fall down. Oh, let's shake our feet out. So wiggle that out. And now we're gonna try it on the other side, okay? So the leg that you were standing on is now gonna be the leg that you lift up. So stand on your one leg, bring the other one into your foot here. This is still a tree, you guys. You know how some trees have really, really big trunks? That's what this is. So if you wanna do this, you can do this. But if you wanna be one of those taller, little skinny trees, then let's try and lift our feet. So let's stare at something that's not moving. So I'm looking at a pillow at my house. I don't know what you have in front of you that you can look at, but I'm staring at this pillow and I'm not looking away. I'm just staring at that pillow. And remember, no feet on your knees, okay? Promise me. We're only gonna go below our knee, or if you wanna go above your knee, grab your foot, stare at that thing, and try and pull it up into your leg. Press, press, press. I don't know if I'll be able to get mine up, you guys. Do you have yours up? Have you fallen down? Let's just see. Oh, I've got my leg up, you guys. See if you can get yours, and then decide, do you want to be a Christmas tree, a palm tree, or a big, big, tall tree? Oh, uh-oh. Try and see if you can stay up for a little bit. Maybe see if the wind comes. Oh, it's really hard to balance. And then fall down, wiggle that out. Ooh. Now, let's stand with our feet a little bit wide apart, and we're gonna be a willow tree. So willow trees have really long branches, and they blow in the wind, and they're very beautiful. So let's be willow trees now. And the wind has just started blowing, so start to wave your branches. Try not to hit anything behind you. And just swing from side to side. Let your branches just fly in the air, twisting around, looking behind you maybe. Oh, just getting those wiggles out. And then slowly the wind is stopping. Start to get tinier, tinier moves. And the wind stops. Here we are, standing up. Great job, you guys. Let's now do a little bit of a combo move. So what this means is that there's going to be a couple of poses that we're gonna put together, okay? Let's see if we can remember them. So we'll start at the top of our mat, and this is gonna be in our mountain pose. So think of a mountain. It's very strong, very sturdy, it doesn't move. So when you're in your mountain pose, you wanna reach your hands towards the floor, grow nice and tall through the top of your head, and be very nice and strong here. So if someone were to push you, you wouldn't fall over. So mountain pose, we're nice and strong. And when we breathe in, we're gonna lift our hands up over our heads and clap. Hands are together. Now let's bend down. And again, bend your knees here so that you can put your hands on the floor. And then we're gonna take one foot and step it all the way back. So one leg is bent and one leg is straight. See if you can balance here. And then we're gonna put that back knee on the floor and take our toes and lay them out flat on the floor as well. So this is called a lunge. So we're in a lunge here, and we're gonna try to come up onto our knee. Maybe it's hard to balance. See if you can. And now, see if you can lift your arms up in the air. I'm gonna grab something to put under my knee. My floor is very hard, so if you have a really hard floor and this hurts your knee, grab a little blanket or something and you can put that under your knee. Check with your parents, see what they have that you can use, and then you can just stick that right under there. So we're coming up, we're lifting our arms up in the air, and we're gonna bend forward. So see if you can straighten your leg all along here and really bend that front knee. Do you feel a stretch here? That's good. If it starts to hurt, you can totally stop. That's okay. You're allowed to stop if it doesn't feel good. So we're gonna take our hands back towards our foot, and now start to stick your bum back and straighten the front leg. So if we flex our toes up tall, do you start to feel a stretch under your leg? That's where we want to feel it. So stick our toes right up into the air and stick our bums back towards our heel. Do you feel that stretch? And then we're gonna put our foot down and start to bend our front knee again. Let's see if we can raise our arms again. See if you can balance here, and then put your hands back down, and again, stick your bum back towards your heel and point these toes up at the sky. Now, we're gonna come forward and put both of our hands beside our foot. And then you can just take your foot and pull it behind you. So look, you guys, we're in a table again. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this other leg and bring it around to the front. So now we're in our lunge, but we're on our other side, hey? So let's see if we can start to come up here, see if you can balance. And we're gonna lift our arms up into the air, bend that front knee, and then put your hands down and start to stick your bum back towards your heel and point these toes up at the sky. Try and straighten your leg here. Make sure you keep breathing, you guys. It's really important that you don't hold your breath, okay? So we're gonna put our foot back down and bend our front knee. And now try and lift our arms up high. See if you can balance. See if you can hold it. And putting our hands down, stick your bum back and point these toes up tall as if they were gonna kick the ceiling. Now put both of your hands on the side of your foot and pop that foot back so we're in a table again. Good job. So let's try to go into our dog pose again. So stick your toes under here and stick your bum up high in the air. So you're just like an upside down triangle here. And let's walk our dog, wag your little tail. Wag your puppy tail, and then just like an inchworm, we're gonna walk our hands back to our feet. Now, let your head hang really heavy. You can bend your knees, and we're gonna ragdoll, roll up really slowly here. There you go, and roll your shoulders. Great job, you guys. That's such a great job. Now, we're gonna come back to sit on the floor. So sit on your bum on your mat, and we're gonna stick our legs out long in front of us. So we've got our legs out, and we are ready. If this feels icky and you don't like having your legs straight, you can bend them. You can put something under your knees if you want. If you have a big pillow you want to put under your knees, you can do that too. So just see what you want to do today, what feels good for you today. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna stick our arms right up in the air, and then we're gonna try and fold over our feet. So see if you can fold yourself in half here. Make sure you breathe in and out through your nose. You're not holding your breath. Stretching ourselves over here. See how far you can get over your legs. And then coming back up, we're gonna pull our feet in so that they are together, just like this. And we're gonna be butterflies. So let's fly our wings a little bit, as if we could fly away, just like a butterfly. And then now pull on the fronts of your legs, make yourself really, really tall, and then fold over. So it's like you're trying to come into a tiny, tiny little box. Like you're a little present. Try and make yourself really tiny. See how small you can get here. Now we're gonna put our hands on the floor and see if we can go to one side. So try and keep your bum on the floor. Don't lift it up, okay? So keep your bum down and try and walk your hands to one side. Make sure your bum hasn't come up. Make sure you're still sitting on the floor. See if you can turn to that one side. Do you feel that stretching in your hips? Good. Now, back to the center, walk your hands back. Now we're gonna try and walk our hands over to the other side, making sure that we don't lift up our bum. Try and keep your bum down, so press into your hands and try and turn to the other side. Good job. And we're walking back to the middle and we're coming back up. Great job, you guys. Let's cross our legs again. I'm gonna put this under my foot because it hurts a little bit. You guys should be okay. So we're sitting cross-legged again. We're going to do something called lion's breath. So remember what we did at the beginning where we were breathing out. This time, when you breathe out, I want you to stick out your tongue. So we're gonna start off like we're hiding. So you know when lions are trying to find something to eat, they're gonna hide in the tall grass. So hide in your tall grass, just like this, so you can roll your shoulders forward, make yourself really tiny. You're hiding and crouching in your tall grass. So we're gonna inhale. And then when we breathe out, we're gonna stick out our tongues and pull out our claws. So pull your back open. See how far back you can get your elbows and stick out your claws and exhale with your tongue out. And then we inhale, we hide in the grass, breathe in. Exhale, pull out your claws, stick out your tongue. So do that again, breathe in, hide in the grass, and then breathe out. Good job, should we do one more? Breathe in, hide in the grass. Do we see a nice fat hippo to eat? Jump out. Good job, you guys. Let's lay down on the floor now. We're gonna lay on our backs, okay? So you can keep your knees bent and we're just gonna come all the way down onto the floor with our knees bent. So we're now going to see if we can twist. So when maybe you see your parents washing towels or something like that, and when they want to dry them, they wring the water up. So they take the towel and they squeeze it out and they twist it out so the water comes out. We're gonna do that now with our bodies. So see if this feels okay. If it doesn't feel good, you don't have to do it. So we're gonna lift up our knees and you're gonna stick your arms out to the sides. And then don't move anything else, leave your body where it is, but take your knees and start to fall over to one side. Try and keep this arm on the ground so you're twisting your body. So keep your knees moving towards the floor and keep your arm of the other side stuck on the ground. Maybe look at that hand so you're looking away from your knees. Do you feel your back stretching out? Try and breathe really, really deeply into your tummy and see how that feels. Does it feel weird? Now we're gonna look back up at the ceiling and try and bring up our knees without moving too much. So pull your knees back up. Great job. So leaving our arms out wide, our knees are gonna start to fall to the other side and keep this other arm stuck to the ground. So it's like you're stuck on your arms and then your knees are getting pulled over. You can look at this other hand, so look away from your knees and see how that feels. It's like you're a towel and you're squeezing out all the water that you've got. Squeeze that out. Now we're going to look back up at the ceiling and try to keep your knees together and bring them up. Ooh, was that hard? It was hard for me. Now we're going to come into a little moon. Have you guys seen the moon when it's not full? How it looks like a little C? That's what we're going to do. So we're going to be the moon. So let's go to this side first. So you're going to stick out your foot and now take your other foot and see if you can cross your ankles. Stay laying on your back though. And then we're going to take one arm, move it over, and then try and grab your wrist with your other hand. So we're moving to one side like we're in a C now. So it's like you're the moon here. And now take a deep breath and see if you can make your ribs, your side, stick out. So breathe really deep into your ribs. Feel that stretch. And exhale, breathe out. Coming back to the middle. Now we're gonna try to be a moon to the other side. So stick out your foot and then try and cross your ankle while you're still on your back. We're gonna stick out our hand and reach for your wrist. So grabbing onto our wrist, and now we're in a little C shape like we're the moon. And now try again to breathe really, really deep and see if you can make your ribs stick out. And breathe out. And coming back into the middle, we're gonna see if we can play the quiet game again for just a little bit, okay? So you can lay on your back and let your toes fall open. So it's like your feet are nice and relaxed. We wanna put our hands on the ground beside us and have your palms facing the ceiling. And then you can close your eyes if that's comfortable. And start to breathe and see if your breath is loud or if it's really quiet. Maybe you're breathing. You can barely hear it. And noticing now if you have any little wiggles left in your body, or maybe you feel really heavy. Imagine that you are covered in a big, heavy blanket. And you can feel yourself pressing into the floor. And now, someone has covered you in a bunch of feathers. And you feel really, really light, like you could fly away. Noticing now if you have any colors behind your closed eyes. Maybe squeeze your eyes closed. See if you see any shapes or colors, squeezing the eyes, squeezing them closed, and then relaxing them. Get rid of all those little wrinkles in your face. Now, when we come into this pose at the end of the practice, at the end of our yoga, I want you guys to know that in this pose on your yoga mat, you are so safe. I could give you a nice big hug, I would. Maybe while you're laying there, you can feel me giving you a nice big hug. And you're so comfy and safe. And you can come into this pose whenever you want. You can go into your room, lay on your bed, and just feel comfy and cozy. And whenever you come into this pose, I will be thinking of you and our fun time that we had today. So let's try and count our breath, our inhale and our breathing out. We're going to count to 10 again. So breathe in. 1. Breathe out. 2. Breathe in. 3. Breathe out. 4. Breathe in. 5. Breathe out. 6. Breathe in. 7. Breathe out. 8. Breathe in. 9. And breathe out. 10. Now let's start to wiggle our toes and wiggle our fingers. And now lift your arms up over your head and stretch your body out nice and long. Stretch. Now you can lift up your knees and roll yourself over. You can use your arm as a pillow and just lay here for a second. See how comfy it feels. And then we're gonna push into our hands and push ourselves back up tall. So let's sit back down on our bums and we're gonna sit with our legs crossed. Now, we played the quiet game, so now we get to make some noise, okay, you guys? Now, when you do yoga, there's a really funny sound that you can make. And it's spelled O-M. How do you think that sounds? Is it like Om? Or is it like Om? So we're gonna say Om. So you get to move your mouth and make it really big. So when you say your O, you're gonna Om, make your lips really, really round, and then think of the best food you've ever eaten and you're gonna go, mmm. So we're gonna go, oh, mmm. And I've got this fun bowl here. It's a really big bowl. And when I hit it, it's gonna make a sound. So let me play it for you, okay? It's kind of like a doorbell. Now watch how cool this is. So if I hit it, and then I don't let go, it'll make a crazy sound. So listen to this. Whoa, isn't that cool? So we're gonna use this. So when I hit this, let's start saying Om, and see how long you can say it for. Ready? So we're gonna breathe in. long did you hold it for? Let's try it once more, okay? Try and see how long you can say for, okay? Think of the best meal you've ever had and just go okay? Here we go, last time. Breathe in really, really deep. Good job. That's hard. Okay, now we're gonna take our hands and put them together like we were gonna clap, and put your thumbs right where your heart would be. Do you feel your heart beating? This is how we finish our class, just so that we can pull ourselves in, make a little circle with our arms and our hands, and we just think about everyone that we love in our lives. So think about your mummies and your daddies, your best friend, maybe your dog or your cat or your fish. Just think about everyone that you love, everyone that's fun and nice to you, that feeds you and hugs you, and everyone that you just love so much and feel so, so happy. Feel that happiness in your heart. Feel your heart smiling. Maybe you're smiling. And just exhale, breathe out. Knowing that all of those people that you love, all of your pets, all of your friends are always going to be in your heart. They're going to come with you everywhere you go. Thank you guys so much for practicing with me today. I hope you had some fun. If you want to try this again, you can tell your parents and tell them to write me a message and tell them what kind of fun poses you want to try, and I will make another video with those poses for you guys. Thank you so much. I hope you have a really fun day. I hope you get to play outside maybe. Maybe it's cold where you are, or maybe it's warm. Whatever the case, maybe you can go outside for a little bit and have some fun in the fresh air. Thank you. Have a wonderful, wonderful day.